Craig, thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes.
I'm with Craig Fischman at Waldo Greenhouse. Is it just Waldo Greenhouse, or do you have any other names for it?
Just this name.
Okay. And it used to be what?
We were known as Angelo's.
So you bought this from Angelo's in 19 or 18?
19.
2019. So Angelo, we'll do it together, right? Because together we'll know. But Angelo Casa ran this as Angelo's Greenhouse since I was like below the camera lens there. And great Sicilian guy and a true friend. So I'm really happy to have the opportunity to meet with you and talk to you about what changes you made when you bought it. We'll go through that. Okay. I'm Frankie Bellucci with Remax Premier, talking to business owners. When did you, so you bought it in 18? 19, sorry about that. And then in 19, what were your plans for the greenhouse?
Well, we wanted to continue what Angelo had done with all the great plants and had such a good following and reputation. And then we wanted to bring in some more stuff as well. So we brought in other goods, other accessories, a lot more pottery, more shovels and sprayers and things along those lines, and different gloves. So we expanded some of that, and then more shrubs and trees, other plants that he didn't have.
And how's business?
It's been really good. We're really appreciative of the community, the neighborhood. We draw from a lot of people, all different sides of the state line.
Yeah, and it's a great location.
Yes.
It's a great location. We really got to get something done with Dairy Queen. Who knows what'll happen with that? That's another conversation for another day. What year did Angelo start this? Do you know?
Around before 1990, I do believe.
Oh, no, it was in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the 70s, maybe late 70s. So I live here.
Mm-hmm.
You live in Santa Fe Hills?
Yes.
Right? So we both lived in. When did you get your house in Santa Fe Hills?
We've been there 2 years now.
2 years. So my grandmother bought that house when I was 12. So that would have been 82 or 83.
Okay.
And Angelo was here and established then. So, yeah. And your wife is Kara, is that right?
Yes.
Kara. So it's a family business. That's what we're all about here in Waldo and in the community. You'll hear me continue to talk about community. Craig's already mentioned it. I'd ask you what sets you apart, but there's really nothing else like this in Waldo or Brookside. There's farmers markets. Do you know of any other thing like the greenhouse here?
No, there's a couple of hardware stores that will have a few of the offerings, but not quite as expansive as we do. And we bring in a lot of flowers from growers who are within about 3-hour radius.
Right, locally sourced?
Yes.
It's great. I always like to know that. Like, who are you sourcing from locally, and what other, so you have flowers that are grown locally. What other local businesses are you working with?
Oh, just about all the shrubs and trees will come from another grower who's within 3 hours of here. A lot of these mums that you see, we're set up for fall right now. A lot of the mums you see came from a couple places in central Kansas, not too far away.
Well, and they're beautiful. They're really good condition. They're not like half dead or, right? They do a good job at taking care of their produce here. I call it produce. I don't know why I said that. Produce.
Well, and then we'll get some pumpkins coming in here real soon, and we go to the Amish produce market. That may be where you're thinking of produce. We get the pumpkins from the Amish market up north, about an hour and a half north.
So it's about that time.
Right.
And what about Christmas? Do you have Christmas trees?
Yes. Once we finish with mums and pumpkins, we change our layout again. The whole setup gets switched around, and starting.
All this will be gone. All this will be gone, and it'll all be all trees.
Starting a little before Thanksgiving, we'll have fresh Christmas trees. Now those come from a little further away. We get them out of North Carolina, which is some of the most popular trees in the country. And then we get another load out of Oregon as well.
Let me ask you what you think that your business, this greenhouse, does to add to the charm of Waldo.
Well, it's like a lot of the folks in Waldo. It's just small, local, community, friendly, and we like helping the folks that are in the area. A lot of folks will come in and we tell them to bring a picture of your yard in, and we look at the pictures with them, and we can walk around here. This would be good there. This would be good over there. Give them some options.
Personal touch.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, and I know that I appreciate that. In all the interviews that I'm doing, it's not like I'm making you say that. Everybody says the same thing. It's all community. It's all this personal touch. It's everywhere I go, and it really warms my heart because it's the community I'm part of.
I can't think of another area in the whole metropolitan area where there's this many local community type businesses, locally owned. The people live right down the street from you. So
coming and doing business with you. That's right. And that's what we want to do. You've mentioned bringing pictures in to help us put certain plants in certain places in our yard. How else do you bring a smile to homeowners here in the neighborhood?
Well, they're just excited to see us.
And the dog?
Happy.
What's the dog's name?
That's Buddy.
Buddy the dog. And
Buddy the greenhouse dog.
Buddy dressed up for us today. He's got his Chiefs gear on.
People are happy that they can get high quality plants here, and they're not having to drive real far away, and it's better quality than what you would see at some of these larger stores where they're getting them mass marketed, mass grown plants that come in and aren't as well taken care of.
And you're taking care of it because it's that personal touch. It's family, it's business. We live right down the street. Yeah.
We're here. We're interested in it. So yes.
And what do you think the general vibe of Waldo is?
Just
Waldo, Brookside, Prairie Village, Leawood.
You just feel like you belong. It's community. It's small. It feels like its own little group.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Do you, with the Waldo greenhouse, do you have any big changes coming? Any buzzworthy changes? Any news that you want to share with us? Exciting changes.
Nothing new or different. We're using a lot of the same growers that Angelo had used. They're still coming in and still ask about Angelo, how he's doing and such. And they still know him, and he still gets to see him from time to time. And he visits with some of the customers as well, which is always fun. So not many changes. We've got a lot more. We kind of expanded out to the back a little bit to put more plants in. And, it's been a change since we got here was inside the greenhouse, we're using a lot more house plants.
Yeah, I got a photo of that, which we'll include, absolutely.
The offering of house plants, we have really increased that dramatically. So year-round, you can come in and get house plants. And then we offer kind of what we consider a unique service. We'll pot the plants for people. So if they see a plant that they like and they find a pot, hey, come right over to the bench over here. Let's put it all together for you. And you go home with something ready to go.
Ready to go. Here's how to care for it.
Right. And you make the mess here. The mess isn't at your house.
You don't have to buy a big bag of dirt for a little plant.
Exactly.
You bet. Do you also offer, like if I brought my split leaf philodendron in that I'm having some trouble with, would you be like, yes, here's what's wrong, here's what we recommend, like troubleshooting?
Sure.
Here's a picture of it, right? Troubleshooting. Listen, that's a service that you just can't look it up online and try and figure it out. Right here, you have firsthand experience. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I like to talk about the economics of the area. How do you How do you contribute? How do you find the economic vibe of Waldo, Brookside, Leawood, Prairie Village? How do you contribute to it?
Well, we just have a lot of folks in the area come in, and we see repeat business quite a bit. A lot of the same people, and they say, "Oh, I just live right down the street." So that's very helpful. And we're loading stuff into their car, and they say, "Oh, don't worry, I'm just right around the corner." So, oh, okay. So it doesn't have to be packed to drive a long distance. We've helped some other businesses as well. We've had a few of them that come in, and we did some pots for some folks, and just provided some different plants for some other restaurants and such.
It's great. I'm just so happy to be able to meet with you and talk about this, because this is everything that we want in our communities. It makes me very happy. I'm weepy. How can neighbors be part of? How can neighbors jump in and help? How can they support you? How can they support the neighborhood? How can they make a difference?
Oh, just coming in and saying hello, buying something, and telling their neighbors. And if you see somebody having some trouble with something, you think of a way we might be able to help, then send them our way. Let us know. People can always email us also. We've had some folks email pictures in. What do you think's happening with my yard, with this or with that, or this plant? And we can help them that way too.
That's great. We all want to feel special and at home. How does Waldo Greenhouse create that warm, fuzzy feeling? Is there like a special handshake to regulars, or?
No special handshake. You don't need a secret password at the door. Everybody can just come right in. And we're small, but we still carry a big variety. And we've also order in special stuff for people as well, which you can't get at a lot of stores. Somebody will ask for something. We don't have it right now. Hold on, let me look. Hey, the grower's got some. We've got a truck coming next week. We can add that to our order. So we've done that as well.
Outstanding. Where's your favorite or secret spot for a quick bite or a moment of zen?
Well, I'd have to say when we pick up the double cheeseburger at Max's and bring that back here, that's when I want to be left alone. Let me get to that cheeseburger.
Do you know when Max is opened?
I don't.
Like early 90s.
Okay.
Early 90s, late 80s. Yeah. I remember when they opened. It was pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Max's Auto Diner. Is that what they still call it?
Just
I don't think so. It used to be called Max's Auto Diner. Forgive me for my time machine. Do you caffeinate?
Yes.
Where do you like to caffeinate?
Well, usually I just make coffee in here.
Sure.
So,
do you buy beans locally?
Just in the grocery store.
Just in the grocery store. Any quirky traditions that you found in Waldo or in the area? Any fun traditions?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay, cool. Anything I didn't cover or ask you that you'd like to share with the world?
Oh, nothing else. I think we've covered quite a bit.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm Frankie Bellucci. It's another great interview. Thank you so much, Craig. I'm with RE/MAX Premier, and if you know anybody that wants to buy or sell any real estate, residential, commercial, industrial, retail, investment, it doesn't matter. I definitely would like your referral. Please hit like and subscribe. If you like what you're hearing, there's a lot more interviews to come, and I'm grateful to be part of this community. Thanks a lot, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Ciao.